Hi, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Dave.
We're with 511, and we're so excited that you've decided to carry the 511 line of flashlights.
We've sought out the world's best end users. For us, that's law enforcement, military, and first responders and federal agents to help us design the very best that we can offer back to you.
We're really excited to show you some of the features today.
Everything we make has to be durable and functional to exceptional standards.
Because let's be honest, they're the ones that are really using and abusing the product and making sure it's durable enough. And to go a step beyond, 511 actually has third-party testing that come in and make sure that these products are the best.
Absolutely, we have to hold everything to an ANSI rating, so that's a super high standard for us.
That's high. So I'm ready. Let's go ahead and launch into the product line and see what we've got here. So Dave, first and foremost, our flashlights are made of some of the most robust materials. I mean, that's what makes them so durable.
Absolutely. The housing on all these flashlights is either made from aerospace-grade aluminum or a high-impact polymer.
If it's durable enough for an aircraft, it's durable enough for a really good flashlight.
Absolutely, while keeping the weight down at the same time. And speaking of aircraft, the lens material is actually made from a high-impact polycarbonate lens. It's the same material they use in cockpits of F-16 fighter jets.
So basically what that gives you is a high-impact resistant, non-breakable lens.
Absolutely. And what really makes our flashlights so bright is the fact that we've partnered with Cree and using their LEDs, which are exceptionally brilliant. And it also extends the battery life because they're so energy efficient.
You know, the other thing, Dave, we use regulated circuits and gold-plated contacts for maximum output and higher efficiency.
Absolutely. What that does is it keeps your energy output level all the way across, and then when it gets to about 90%, then it will drop off versus having a gradual decline in your output.
And it's gold-plated, so you don't have to buy her a ring anymore or jewelry. You can just get her a flashlight.
There you go.
2 birds, 1 stone. So let's go ahead and start with one of my favorite lights, the PL. The pen light. And what I love about it, it's so compact, 24 lumens, 3 hours runtime, but it's so compact. I can put this in my purse, I can put it in my pocket, I can look for my keys, dig into my purse, it's great.
Well, at 24 lumens, it's not enough to actually damage your pupils, and a lot of people in the law enforcement community will actually use this for field sobriety tests. It's a great backup light for people in the medical field as well.
Prove it.
And all of that off of one AAA battery.
No way.
And like a lot of our other lights, it's also made from the aerospace grade aluminum, so it's extra durable and it's going to last with you. We also have some knurling on the sides to give you that tactile feel, and it also prevents it from rolling.
Good stuff. And you've got the little fancy clip that you can just clip it on the side of your purse, on your pocket.
Not going to lose it.
Your makeup bag.
I carry 2 in mine.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So now let's talk about the PLX. The great thing about this flashlight is it has 90 lumens of output and a 4-hour runtime. It still has the aerospace grade aluminum and the knurling on the side, so that way you can grab that tactile feel. The clip on here prevents it from getting lost. You can clip it inside. Well, heck, I can even throw it in my shirt pocket here. Clip it on, easy.
That's convenient.
Yeah, you got it with you wherever you go.
I love it because it only takes 2 AAA batteries, but it really emits a very strong light.
So the tail cap on the back has a momentary on function, so I can just press it halfway and get you that light instantaneously, or click it the rest of the way and it stays on.
So overall, the PLX is really just an amazing, compact, strong flashlight at a great value. Our next flashlight is the TMT L1, also very compact.
L1 stands for 1 lithium battery, so you're kind of cracking the code there on what it takes to charge one of these.
Changing it up a little bit. Okay, and it's a very powerful flashlight, but the really cool thing is we've got 3 outputs. High,
which is 212 lumens, and it's going to give you basically 2 hours of runtime.
And then we've got low,
16 lumens and 25 hours of runtime.
And then my favorite, strobe.
So the TMT flashlight here is really one of our first full tactical flashlights. And what that means is we've incorporated some design features and elements from the end user's perspective. So one of the things they asked for was a tail cap lockout. Great thing about this is you don't have to worry about the light accidentally coming on and running down your battery in your pocket, or having what's called an accidental discharge, where it gives away your position when you need to stay stealthy or hidden. Another feature we've incorporated is the breakaway wrist lanyard. This was a design element that came to us from a corrections officer who found himself in a situation where he had a flashlight that was attached to his wrist via a lanyard. He engaged a suspect, and that suspect was able to grab him by the flashlight, move him around, and it became a real liability for him. He was like, hey, if you could create something that could break away and I could reattach later on, that'd be perfect. On this one, we also have a crenulated bezel, so it's great for impact resistance or getting somebody's attention if you need to. Protects the lens by having a little bit of an offset there as well. Then obviously the clip on here so that we can attach it to your pocket or
Which
wherever else.
I love.
So the anti-roll rubber ring is also great for grabbing the flashlight if I have to keep it between my fingers. If I'm using something else in one hand, I can engage this light in the palm or with my hand here to turn on. So this gives you another place to grip and hold that flashlight with.
Plus, it keeps it from rolling down the police officer's car.
That'll work.
What I really like about this flashlight, it's the perfect size for everyday stuff again. You know, like I said, you could clip it on your purse, or I could put it in the car, keep it there handy. If I'm out hiking or camping late at night, it's very compact, but it's also very bright.
I always keep it with my laptop bag, and I always keep one in my first responder kit and my medical bag. So continuing in the TMT family is the L2.
What does TMT stand for?
I'm glad you asked. Tactical Mission Torch.
Okay, so L2 means it has 2 lithium batteries.
Absolutely. So on high mode, we have how much?
320 lumens and a runtime of 2.5 hours.
Perfect. If we go to low mode,
15 lumens and a runtime of 55 hours.
it's crazy. And then, okay, the third mode on this one, we have the strobe again.
Which is just as bright as the high mode at 320 lumens.
Right.
It'll last for 7 hours.
That's great. So we still have those other tactical features that we talked about before. So we have the rubber stop, the anti-roll feature on this one. We have the stamp metal clip, so you
Don't
can clip
forget
it
about
into
the clip.
to your pocket.
I love the clip.
This also gives you the ability to grab it and palm it in the hand if you need to. And then also has a breakaway lanyard, just like the TMT L1.
For safety.
That's right.
Great. So how do you change the modes on it?
So on this one, the first thing guys always wanted was high mode to come on first. And right now I'm just pressing this halfway. If I bump that twice, it goes to low mode. I can now click it and it engages in the low mode and stays on, right? And if I do that mode 3 times, there we go.
We're at the dance party.
Exactly. It takes you right into that strobe feature for distracting the person in front of you.
Awesome. Moving right along to our TMT A2, which is also made of aerospace grade aluminum. And the A2,
right, it stands for 2 alkaline batteries, or 2 AA batteries. The great thing about the AA batteries is they're very common. Back during Katrina, first responders had a hard time keeping their flashlights up and running because they couldn't find enough batteries for them. So they were actually going home to home and removing batteries from TV remotes, again, because it's a very common battery to feed their flashlights and keep them up and going.
wow. So very common battery. And then this flashlight's also going to have all of the other features that the other ones did. You've got your anti-roll rubber ring right here, and then you've got the 3-mode output. So at the high,
220 lumens and an hour and a half of runtime.
awesome. And then the low mode,
12 lumens and 57 hours of runtime.
that's a long time. And then in the strobe,
You're back up to the 220 lumens again and 2.5 hours of runtime.
that's great. Plus you've got the nifty clip that I love because you can put it in your purse. And this one's still pretty compact. The other great thing about the TMT A2 is that it's got the crenellated bezel on top. If you can think about the castle, like one of the towers, and how the top of it, the construction, is high and low alternate. So with that crenellated bezel, you've got a great flashlight, but could also be a self-defense tool.
That's
You want to
great.
see?
No, I'm good. So we've just finished up the TMT series of lights, and we're going to touch on now the TPT L2251. So the P in TPT stands for
Polymer.
polymer. That's right. It's a very durable, non-slip rubber housing on the outside of this. Great for giving you a tactile feel. The L2 stands for?
Lithium battery, 2 lithium batteries.
That's right. So these use the CR123 lithium batteries. So the 251 stands for?
Actually, that's the number of lumens in the high mode.
Wow. So how long would that run on high?
About 3.5 hours.
Perfect. And so if I toggle this twice, I go down to low mode, and that is?
13 lumens for 58.5 hours.
And this one still has a strobe feature. If I go 3 clicks in, 1, 2, 3.
Is also 250 lumens at 6 hours.
That's great. We still have the anti-roll crown on the end of this, so it prevents it from rolling over. So we also have the crenellated bezel on the end of this as well, which is a great tool for self-defense strikes if I have to engage somebody and just kind of push them off and make some space.
I love this because it's a lot more lightweight than some of the other tactical flashlights we've looked at. Plus, it'd be a great camping or if you're out hiking because it's so lightweight.
Absolutely. Really easy to slip into a pocket, a bag, or any other gear you might have with you in an emergency situation. So what the TPT L2 really offers you is a great value with a very durable construction and lightweight design.
Ton of features as well. All right, now we're moving on to our XBT series. Now, XBT stands for Exceptionally Brilliant Torch. So our XBT A2 is another incredible flashlight. Got a lot of the same features as far as my fancy clip that I love.
Right. But it also has a crenulated bezel on the end of this, great for our striking implement. So if you have to use this in a self-defense application to maybe clear some space and get somebody off of you, very practical for that.
The XBT A2 is incredibly easy to operate.
It's got a great mode right here. You can come on instantly at 256 lumens, which will allow it to run for 2 hours and 15 minutes. I have a momentary on as well. There's a simple press, or I can engage it all the way with a full click.
So a really solid flashlight, and you get all of that exceptional brightness with just 2 AA batteries.
Which is a very common battery, very easy to find. So continuing on with the XBT series, we have the XBT A4. So A4 indicates that we are using
4 AA batteries.
Perfect. Again, great battery to use and very common, easy to come by.
And it's important when you're using your 511 flashlight that you definitely get high quality batteries like Duracell.
Or Energizers. So this has a single output of
355 lumens and a runtime of 2.5 hours.
That's great. So when we say a single output, what that means on this one is we have one mode. When I press it, either momentary on or a full click, I get the full output of the flashlight, which is crazy that 355 lumens is coming from just 4 AA batteries.
And this one's a little different because you've got the shoulder switch.
So you still have the anti-roll ring on the back of this, so it sets down, doesn't go anywhere on you. And you do still have the crenulated bezel on the end. So if I want to have, if I do have to use this as a defensive technique, I can use it to clear space and get somebody off of me. So this is a great flashlight to keep around for everyday use. Something you'd keep in the trunk of your vehicle, underneath the seat of your car, inside the house, first aid kit. Just one of those pieces you want to have around.
So moving right along, we've got the exceptionally brilliant torch, the XBT A6, which takes 6 AA batteries. Now, you've got 2 output modes with this. With the shoulder switch, you've got 629 lumens on high for 10 hours. And then when you switch over to the low, you've got 111 lumens plus 57.5 hours of runtime.
That's great. So this flashlight is really getting into your professional grade, duty style lights. Another great thing about this is it uses that aerospace grade aluminum for the housing. We have the anti-roll rubber ring on the back side so it doesn't roll away or off the table. Some of the other cool features on this are the heat sink, which really helps disperse the heat on the end of the bezel here. And then we also have a crenulated bezel on the end of this, so I can still strike if I need to clear and get somebody off of me. One of the really cool features about this flashlight is it still runs off the 6 AA batteries. However, I want to show you this. If I undo the tail cap, and first of all, I want you guys to notice how many rotations, so that way it's super watertight. I can actually dump out 3 of these batteries. So I've taken out 3 of these batteries now, and 200 turns later, I can get back and I still have full output. So I'm still at the 629 lumens. All we lose is half the runtime, which is incredibly still at 5 hours. This is the flashlight you'd have in a natural disaster. Again, it runs off 6 batteries. If I need to pull 3 out to run another flashlight, I have them with me and I have that option and that capability, which I think is fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the XBT D3. This is the king of the flashlights. This runs off of 3 D-cell batteries. This is the one that is professional, duty grade, and then some. This one gives you a high output.
1,321 lumens for runtime of 2 hours.
It's crazy. I mean, this one, I swear, almost has recoil when you turn it on in high mode. It's so powerful. 2 modes on this one.
Low mode too.
That's right. I go from high mode and I go down to low mode. Low mode, I get how much?
100 lumens for 72 hours.
Most flashlights would be happy if they could hit 100 lumens. This one has it on low mode, which is insane. Still, we have that aerospace grade aluminum housing on this. Super durable. We have the anti-roll rubber on the tail cap back here and the crenulated bezel. So if I do have to engage somebody and back them off, I've also got the weight to back it up on the other side of the flashlight at the same time.
If someone's breaking into your house, this is the flashlight you grab.
Dude, don't drop it on your foot. This will do some damage. This also has the heat sink on the end, which helps dissipate the heat. We have a polycarbonate lens here, which is scratch and impact resistant. And then this flashlight's so powerful, it actually runs off of 3 Cree LEDs for that super high output again. of a bazillion lumens. What was it, 1,321?
1,321. It's so easy to use, it's so durable, you're getting the 511 quality, and it packs a punch.
So in addition to our great line of flashlights, we also have a series of headlamps. And we're going to talk about a couple of those today. So the first one we have here is the SNR H3. SNR stands for
Search and Rescue.
The H3 has an incredible output of 338 lumens, which is going to last you 5 hours and 15 minutes on high mode. We can take that down a notch and it will go down to 10 lumens and last you about 92 hours, which is pretty incredible. 10 lumens is enough for me to find my way back, or walk down a trail, get to the outhouse, whatever I need to do outside.
Plus, one of the benefits of having the headlamps is obvious that your hands are free. So we've also got the granddaddy of them all. We've got the Search and Rescue H6. Now this provides multiple different modes as well. On your high output, you're going to have 470 lumens for 10.5 hours. But then you've also got the option on the low output for 15 lumens for 262 hours, which is just incredible that it can last that long.
Yeah, absolutely. So some of the great features we've built into this to make it functional for you is a rotating bezel here, so I can actually adjust the angle from my headlamp to make sure I can search up, search down, looking at a map, etc., and that'll rotate all the way through. Some of the other things we have are the battery packs, which again holds the batteries. I have 3 AA's in this one. We have 6 in that one. If we have to, I can actually swap out battery packs. I can just grab this orange tab, slide this right off, and now throw it on hers and vice versa. We also have a tester on the back of this battery pack. Hit that little green LED light, you can see that. It says, hey, you're good to go. Okay, so great way to test it before you go out for a search. You don't want your batteries to die on you while you're out in the field.
Plus, 2 other really great features are that you've got a lock mode here on the lamp. So if you accidentally hit a button or you put it down in your bag, it doesn't run out of battery. In addition to that, this top strap is removable. So you've got your spotlight on top that, again, you've got multiple levels that you can have that at, and then you've also got your floodlights on bottom. So you've got a wide array of different combinations you can do depending on how much light you want or need. As in all of our flashlights, you're going to get that great 511 high quality product, but this has multi-functions, multi-purposes, whether you're doing search and rescue, if you're out hunting, if you're camping with the family and just need some extra light to set up that tent.
Great options.
So as you can see, 511 has an extensive offering of professional grade flashlights and headlamps.
So some of the features we talked about today are the Cree LEDs. We have the aerospace aluminum housing, polymer housings as well, polycarbonate lenses, which are impact resistant and scratch resistant. We have tail lockout cap switches, and we have anti-roll pieces built into these as well. So just a few of the feature sets that really set us apart and give you a professional grade flashlight.
And by the way, our lighting products are so good, we've actually used them to illuminate part of the set today. So your 511 flashlight is going to be second to none. Plus, all of our products are backed by a limited lifetime warranty.
If you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to contact our customer service department at any time.
So you and your customers can always be ready.